You guys heard of Comedy Central? It's like a
No.
it's like a TV show, program, channel,
You
something like
talking
that.
about used to be funny?
Yeah, there used to be a lot of stand up on there. Some funny TV shows have come out of there. There's one called South Park that's pretty good. Well, there's some news.
Yeah.
Some would say
All
big
of it.
news. Some would say big news. Trevor Noah is leaving the Daily Show to focus on stand up.
He needs to.
Before we go, I was chatting to Roy Wood Jr. Yesterday when we finished the show, and he reminded me that it has been 7 years since we started the Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Yeah, this week is our anniversary. And one of the overriding feelings I found myself experiencing throughout the nights and even today waking up was a feeling of gratitude.
Okay, I don't want to watch that, but I was gonna try to watch this special message from Trevor Noah, but it's like 5 minutes long, and nothing that special is 5 minutes long. Yes, this was announced, pretty recently, right? Trevor Noah says his time's up. It's been absolutely amazing. It is something I've never expected. I found myself thinking throughout the time of everything we've gone through, the Trump presidency, the pandemic, just the journey, more pandemic, and I realized that after the 7 years, my time is up. So, yeah, I don't think I've watched a single episode of The Daily Show since Jon Stewart left, if I'm being honest. I think I tried to watch Trevor Noah's The Daily Show, and it just wasn't that good. Have you guys watched it with Trevor Noah? Do you have a different point of view?
I've seen some of it. I've never sat and watched an entire show, but from what I've seen, I mean, it's I don't know. It almost seems like he doesn't really a lot of the stuff even know what he's talking about. I don't think. So then it's
yeah.
it's hard to really make something stick or land if you're just trying to be funny. This is just your vehicle to try and do comedy. Whereas with Jon Stewart, I feel you could actually watch it and get a good insight into the stories, and he would actually understand what he's talking about.
Yeah.
While also being fun.
Yeah, it feels like it's so ironic for Trevor Noah to be leaving The Daily Show to focus on stand-up because he's not really funny at all.
Yeah, I know.
No. It feels like The Daily Show turned into something that just focuses on it became more of a news show where there wasn't as many punchlines, or maybe there were punchlines, but they just weren't that funny. And something that I didn't realize, but the tree of talent that came out of Jon Stewart's Daily Show. Think of Steve Carell, Ed Helms, Stephen Colbert, Samantha Bee, Rob Riggle, Olivia Munn, John Oliver, Larry Wilmore. A lot of freaking A-list comedians came out of there. And, this article points out, Trevor Noah hasn't really had anyone. And even further, I didn't even realize this, but Comedy Central has they have no real original content now that the Daily Show is, I don't know if the Daily Show is going to move on to somebody else or if they're just going to stop doing it, but if you look down on this article, it's got the what the schedule looks like now. It's just Seinfeld and South Park.
Oh,
and then
God.
At 5 a.m. Sex Toys comes on. The Sex Toys commercial comes on, which I feel like that should be more of a 4 a.m. slot, not a 5 a.m. slot. That seems like a weird time slot for that to be on, but hey, what do I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, it's just going to be a bunch of reruns, probably. Like, it's just going to be them, like, just literally showing shows that aren't even on anymore. Or they have, like, maybe one show. I don't know. It's like MTV. Like, MTV literally just shows, like, ridiculousness. Like,
That's
23
it.
out of 24 hours of the day.
Right.
And I feel like that's what Comedy Central is going to do.
Yeah, probably so. But it's, you think about like, I feel like as Jon Stewart was transitioning off, there was a lot of good original content on Comedy Central, like good comedy shows. Workaholics was great. And that's the only one I can think of, but I think there were others, but I don't know. So, yeah.
I feel like, and I don't know if they could, but they need to start getting like more actual like stand-up comedians on there.
Yeah. Because that's what I remember Comedy Central being, was comedy, stand-up comedy, right? Comedy Central presents,
like, go back,
kind of stuff.
I mean, it worked. Like, people would genuinely enjoy watching that more than like just reruns of a 90s sitcom. I mean,
That and South Park, which South Park's definitely one of the greatest shows ever made, but for it to be that and Seinfeld, and then you had Trevor Noah on the Daily Show. Just what are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing, fellas?
What are we doing?
Yeah, how many viewers are getting off of this? Like, you can't be getting much. Like,
it's strange, and it feels very ironic that this station called Comedy Central.
It's funny, haha. Middle part.
Yeah, there's not really any. There's nothing there. Nothing there.
Yeah.
I just saw this as well on this article that I didn't notice earlier. Trevor Noah, dating Dua Lipa.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'll kill him. Fucking kill him.
I know, dude.
Get your hands off my woman, sir.
I know.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really understand the fascination with Dua Lipa.
For real?
I mean, yeah, she's hot, but I don't. It doesn't seem like she's that hot to justify. I don't know. The craziness, I guess. Like the things people say, the horrific things people say on the internet.